Hey, good morning. It's Pete from FigLife.com, and today I'm going to look at a fig that I've never tried before, and it's called C'est Bon. All right, good morning. This is my C'est Bon tree. C'est Bon, it's spelled like that. It's French, and it means it's good in French. So hopefully the fig lives up to its name, and we'll find out here in just a second. But I'm getting, it's late August here. This is my first year tree. I got this, I can't remember if I got this as a cutting or if it was, I think it was actually a little tree when I got it. I got it as a rooted cutting. But I got it kind of late in spring, and it's been growing pretty well for me. So pretty quick turnaround really between the time I got it growing and then able to produce some figs for me. So hard to say when this actually ripens because I had such an unusual season with this variety. So I'm not sure on the ripening date of this one, but at least I am getting figs here now. And so I'll be able to try some of these, and I should get quite a few to ripen actually off this first year tree. So that'll be nice. So let me go take a look at this fig. All right, so here it is, the C'est Bon tree, or C'est Bon fig, I should say. A pretty looking fig. Nice shape to it, nice color. A little bit of damage to the skin on the back here. I think that's where the organza bag was up against it. Which I put those on, of course, to protect against SWD and keep my overall SWD population down by denying them the ability to reproduce inside of my figs. So anyway, the eye here looks to be pretty tight. This looks actually really tight eye, so that's a good sign. And again, kind of a nice shape to this fig. A lot of times these brown figs, you think, okay, this is probably a hardy Chicago type because there's so many of those. But the shape of this, it doesn't look like a hardy Chicago shape to me. And even the coloring seems a little bit different than what I would typically see from a hardy Chicago. The hardy Chicago, it just doesn't quite have the shape. So, initial thought here, I haven't tried it yet, but initial thought is that this is probably different enough from a hardy Chicago that you wouldn't lump it in that category. But let me I suppose maybe there's other factors to consider. So it doesn't really matter one way or the other. I guess what matters is, what does it taste like, right? So let me go ahead and cut this open. Okay, so here's the inside of C'est Bon. And I tell you, when I cut it open, it was a little more underripe than I was hoping for. It looks to be a little underripe. Probably ripe enough that it's going to taste okay. But I think in retrospect, I probably could leave this fig on the tree longer and let it ripen a little bit more. But sometimes it's hard to tell first time you're picking a fig when exactly is the best time to pick it. So this is the first fig I've had off this tree. So hey, lesson learned there, right? So let me go ahead and try this. All right, so here's, again, the fig C'est Bon, which in French means that's good. First time trying this fig. Really good flavor. Really sweet, despite the fact that it's not quite as ripe as I would like. But really sweet berry flavor. Yeah, really sweet berry flavor. It does taste like the hardy Chicago types, but to have that level of sweetness in this fig, for a hardy Chicago type, I would expect it to be quite a bit riper than this. So, I don't know what that means as far as this, when this fig does get riper, does it just have just incredibly sweet taste? I'm not exactly sure. But But what it does mean is that you can get a really good tasting fig with a tight eye from a fig that is not even perfectly ripe. So that's a great quality in and of itself. So this looks like a really promising variety actually for East Coast growers. It seemed to be producing figs fairly well. It's like I said, a first year tree, and I'm getting ripe fruit off of it. A pretty fig to look at, and you know, really sweet, tasty flavor, even though it wasn't at peak ripeness. So there's a lot of good qualities there, and I don't know if I mentioned tight eye too. So that's another really key quality. So you know, a lot of good qualities in that fig, and I think this fig has been around for a little while. So I'm not sure why it's not more popular. Maybe just I saw there was a grower that just started selling it the other I think last year. So maybe it is a newer variety. I'm not sure. Newer here in the U.S. But in any case, I have it now, and I think it's definitely one that East Coast growers should consider getting, because really nice taste again. So yeah, that was C'est Bon, French fig, and it was good. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and check out my website, www.figlife.com.